What's up guys, Matt the Riff Master here. Today we're going to be discussing whether or not a cheap guitar is a bad guitar. So guys, I think this is a subject that kind of has popped up in the guitar world since guitars have been, around. Is a cheap guitar a bad guitar? Just because a guitar is cheap, or let's say more affordable, doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. Because you may have those times where you think, well, this guitar, it's only 200 and something pounds, so it must be bad because it's not 800 or 1,000 or 3,000 pound. So that's what I'm here for today, to have that discussion and to give you my thoughts and possibly some actual living proof that a cheap guitar is not a bad guitar. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a few of my guitars in my collection, have a little talk about them and possibly give you some living proof that a cheap guitar isn't a bad guitar. Okay, so starting off right here, we have the ESPE E2 by ESPE Guitars. Now, can we just agree that this guitar is amazing? All right, I think we can all agree. So the price of this guitar is, I paid 1,600 and something pennies for this guitar. And now don't get me wrong, the price, it's a bit high. Some of you may hear that and you think, oh, that's a bit out of my budget. That's totally fine. This is a great guitar. You can feel the quality, the high quality in this guitar, and you can feel the price. Okay, so as soon as you pick up and you play, you're like, okay, yeah. Now I know why it's that much money, okay? Just the quality of the woods, the quality of everything. You can feel it and you can hear it, okay? But I have recently acquired some guitars in my collection that are not quite as expensive as this guitar. However, they are just as satisfying. So that was the ESPE E2, okay? It's a great guitar. You can see it all over my channel if you want to check out what it sounds like. It's everywhere. So now let me move on to another guitar that I have and we'll have a little talk about that. So here we have the AX3 Sterling by Music Man, right? We've all seen this guitar as well popping up a few times on my channel and you've seen it in action. Now, the price of this guitar is, I believe it goes for around £349. Now that's quite a lot cheaper than the ESP, okay? So the ESP being around £1,600, this bad boy being around £349. So there's quite a difference there. However, again, I will say from my personal preference, okay, I have just as much satisfaction playing this guitar, the AX3, £349. I have as much satisfaction playing this as I do when I pick up the ESP, which is more expensive. Now, this guitar is stunning, okay? It's a little different to what I was used to, but I was excited about that. And as soon as I picked it up, I just felt it. It just happened. I felt it. And do you know what's good is for the price. Now, I do understand that no matter what the price of the guitar, the quality of it still should be high end. You shouldn't get any laziness happening when somebody is making a guitar that is on the more affordable side of things. You should never cut corners, just think, oh, well, this one's not that expensive, so we'll just skip that part and just leave it. It shouldn't be like that. But the quality of this guitar is just on point. There's nothing, I fault nothing with it. The build quality is amazing, it feels great, it plays great, and it sounds great, and it is £349. Okay? Now, I mean, that has got to be saying something. I know I can only speak for myself, but to be able to be just as satisfied playing and hearing this guitar as I am with the £1,600 ESP, I think we're on the right track here, okay? We're on the right track, but I can go two better than this right now, okay? Are we ready for this? So we're going to move on to the next guitar. And here it is. You've all seen this as well many times. This is the Epiphone SG G400 in worn brown. This guitar. Now, you've seen this in a lot of covers and some other videos, and you may or may not know that I have put an EMG 81 in this guitar. But if we just take away that one modification there, and we go back to just the stock pickups that were in it, they sounded amazing. And like really good. They were warm, they were just chunky, and it just filled the room with pure tone. And the price, now, so we've gone from 1,600 and something down to 349, and now this one. The price paid for this guitar, I'm not sure what it'll go for now, but when this was purchased, it was under £300. Okay? Under £300. And can you guess what I'm going to say next? Can you guess? You probably can. But I'm going to say it anyway. Again, the satisfaction playing this guitar, the feel of it and the sound of it before the EMG, just as satisfying as the £1,600 ESP. Okay? I mean, this one has a few, one thing that is only an issue for me, and that's the massive head dive. You know, when you're standing with it, it will just plonk down. But hey, who cares? Nobody just lets go of their guitar. You know, you're playing the goddamn thing. But yeah, under £300 for this. And everything that came with it, everything stock. So ignore the EMG, just the stock pickups. Everything about this guitar just kicks ass. It's just got tone for days. Okay, absolute tone for days. And again, under £300. Okay, so I think we're doing a pretty good job of proving my theory here. I can go one better. I'm going to go one better. Okay, guys and girls, I am extremely proud to bring you this guitar. You may not have seen this before, okay? I'll try and give you some close-ups of what it currently looks like, and I'll explain why. But this guitar, wow. Right, this guitar is from some never heard before company called Nevada, and it was purchased from eBay, okay? From eBay. Obviously, you know, a cheap Les Paul copy, right? I mean, it looks cool, I dig it. This guitar priced at like easily under £200. Okay, I think like 179, and well, what can I say? I think I came across an absolute gem. So I got this guitar, and I was back then, this was way before I was really into it, so this was like amazing to me. This was like better than the ESP back then, do you know what I mean? But I know how it felt and I know how it sounded, and for a guitar that's under £200 from eBay, now this is the only one that I wouldn't say is as satisfying as the ESP. I'm not going to say that about this one. However, this guitar played and sounded just amazing. So £179. I did put some Zakk Wylde EMGs in it, but you take them away, we don't think about them. The guitar itself was just amazing. I used it for loads of gigs when I was at college. I used it for every rehearsal, and I jammed with it. I just absolutely just hammered the shit out of it. And again, I love it. And I'll give you a quick story of what happened to it. So there was a point where, you know, I just didn't play it anymore. You know, it was just one of those showpieces, you know. So one day, I decided to set it on fire. So that's why it's a bit manky and a bit unusable right now, okay? It is completely fucked. But I've had good memories with this guitar, and I'm honestly telling you that for £179-ish guitar from eBay, from a company that isn't really known at all, wow. Okay, just wow. So guys, there you go. I've shown you 4 guitars I have, you know, starting from really expensive and then going down and down and down. And like I said, I can only speak for myself when I say that all these guitars that I've showed you are amazing, okay? For the price, you get way more than what the price is. And I think that is just outstanding. So just a quick one, if you are looking to purchase a new guitar, you're on a bit of a budget, I would definitely definitely recommend you check out the Epiphone SG G400 and the Sterling by Music Man AX3. Okay, 2 guitars that just absolutely deliver with a really nice price tag to it. I did also do a video kind of doing this same kind of idea where I kind of shooted out or shot out, shooted out? I did a shootout kind of the ESPE and the Epiphone SG. Okay, so they both got the same bridge pickup. Both have an EMG 81. And I kind of put them together and did a little kind of shootout thing. So I'll link that below and you can go and check it out and have a listen for yourself. And obviously I'll put some more links to all these guitars being in action, apart from this one, because this one just sits and looks pretty sort of pretty. But I'll give you some links at the end to go check out all these guitars in all their full glory. And I think you will just see that it is just pure tonal destruction. So to conclude my video, is a cheap guitar a bad guitar? I will say sometimes yes. Sometimes you'll buy a guitar, it's cheap and it's really shit. It happens, but you can also buy an expensive guitar and it's really, really shit. I've had that. I purchased a guitar that was around, I think, 800 and something pounds before. It turned up, I was excited. I was like, wow, this is great. And it was shit. It had so many things wrong with it. There was some really dodgy cutouts on like the fret inlays, and you could feel it when you would play. The fret edges were just sharp, and it was just bad. And I'm thinking, I'm paying over £800 for this guitar. What the fuck's going on? So it does happen. However, a cheap guitar doesn't always mean a bad guitar. I gave you the examples. I've given you my experience, and there we go. So please consider, if you ever think that a cheap guitar is a bad guitar, the best thing to do, go check it out. Go try it out for yourself, because you may look at it and see the price and think, oh, it's not going to be that good. But then you go and try it and you play it out and you think, oh my goodness, I'll take 4 of them. So guys, there you go. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope it gave you some insight into, you know, whether or not a cheap guitar is a bad guitar, and maybe it'll make you reconsider in the future. If you have any questions, stick it in the comments down below. Any questions about the guitars that I've shown you today, or about any guitars that you're thinking of getting, and you want some advice, I'm happy to give it to you. So if you are new, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up button, go follow me everywhere. The links are down below. And as always, guys, rock out, be awesome, and I will see you very soon. See ya! You are fucked.